first of all, allow me to thank you, okay, for coming here again. Seems like I know you better now. Even before we start together. So, how was yesterday? Was it good wine?
I guess it was really tremendous food, good wine, so it was a good start, yeah.
Very good. Look, we know each other since a while, as we said before, but as you know, we have here all our partners and distributors across EMEA. So, if you don't mind, I will start by asking you if you can please tell us a bit about your company, what you do in your company, and so on.
Sure. So I'm working for Hutchison Drei Austria, based in Vienna. Hutchison Drei is a subsidiary of CK Hutchison Group, based in Hong Kong. I'm responsible for consumer products there, so basically everything what is like kind of value-added services, as we name it, so everything we sell on top of the core business. And well, Drei in Austria is like since 2003 on the market. They were like before my time acquiring a lot of companies in Austria. Last one, significant one was Tele2 in 2017, which makes us now like a full service operator, having mobile and fixed line on the market. And well, that's core basically in Austria because we are facing challenging, wanna challenge the incumbent, A1 Telekom, and there's the Deutsche Telekom with the T-Mobile brand, which is now Magenta. It was just 2 weeks ago, so rather challenging market, and therefore it's like needed to have like full services and yeah, to be relevant.
Right. Yeah. So you mentioned that there are several challenges in your market. By the way, Austria has some similarities with a market like the one of the countries that is hosting us today, right? So in Portugal, at least as a kind of size and so on. And I would like to understand a little bit better about the market and the challenges, if you don't mind, because I guess that this will help others as well to understand a bit more of how you decided to overcome these challenges, right? So, how is the ARPU in Austria, and more or less, how exactly is your strategy around VAS, okay, to face the market?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like comparable. There are more or less all the markets are kind of comparable because like it's like everywhere the challenge that the traditional core business is kind of saturated. So in Austria maybe there's the special situation that all the 3 core operators have kind of the same market share. So that means that you only, if you want to win on your core business, you have to kind of start a price war, and it's never really long lasting. Yeah. So
and no one survives.
And no one maybe not, but the smaller ones normally not. So and we are kind of the number 3 still. But yeah, so the question is like, okay, do you start like this price war, or do you focus on some other things and of course like value-added services? I mean, of course, again, there is important for all the MVOs, for the MNOs there, also to differentiate versus the MVNOs. So and the thing is just to look at the right services and to bring the right products on the market, and that's not, it's easy said, but it's not that easy, of course. There's a lot of try and error involved here. You have to have the commitment from upper management also to the kind of a good approach to a kind of that they allow you also to fail us and to do the wrong things from while to while, and yeah. Therefore, like we are screening a lot of things and trying to implement things which really in providing values to our consumers, and security definitely is one of such a product. Yeah.
Why do you think that security is one of the VAS that could get more the attention of the end user, at least in Austria? Yeah. Why do you think exactly security?
I mean, that's kind of also, again, like that's probably for all the markets like that. simply because it affects everybody somehow. I mean, everybody has already had some experience with some attacks and stuff. So it's just that everybody is kind of concerned about this, and that's the different. Like if you're talking about a music streaming service, I mean, of course, it's a useful service, which probably is useful for most of us here as well. But it's also fair enough to say, okay, well, music streaming is not my kind of stuff, and I don't wanna pay 10 euros a month. But for security, it's kind of different, I think. And the second thing is we have made already some experience with security products. We're offering smartphone insurances. We're offering cyber insurance already. Where we see also a good combination now with network secure and cyber insurance. For us it's basically just the start of this cooperation
this journey.
That we now started.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. I agree. We made some research about the concern of security around Europe, and from different sources it came out exactly like this. So almost 45 to 50%, okay, of the audience, at least within the consumer, either are extremely concerned or, let's say, seriously concerned about security. That means for us that there is a big market that is ready to pay, okay, in order to solve this concern, right? So definitely, I agree with you. There's definitely a security market in Europe, at least, and definitely security could be one of the VAS that could differentiate a service provider from the competition, definitely. And by the way, you know very well, we have examples, okay, of references, at least as Allot, around Europe that is proving, okay, what we are saying. Interesting. So, are there also concern about launching security? So you mentioned some of them, right? So the concern about the acceptance of this, or how to differentiate, because security is a big name, okay? We have several different offerings. So there is a kind of, let's say, a concern about what is the right security service to be launched, or?
There is, of course. I mean, as you know, actually, when we started the RFP process, actually, we were thinking of something completely different.
Correct.
So
you started by asking, you were focusing on a DNS solution, right?
Yes, exactly. That was basically the start of the journey, and we invited a couple of companies there. And what was impressive at that time, actually, that you didn't fulfill all these criteria. So because you were actually from the beginning presenting us the way that DNS is probably not the right thing and not the thing that we should look after. And so I think still I mean, Hagai told it before in the presentation, so nothing more to add on that. That DNS is really probably not as a standalone service the right thing to offer. And at the same side, the products that you were offering was then at the same time the reason why we chose you as a partner here as well, and also the scalability on home security. I mean, we are having as Drei Austria have our own smart home solutions integrated in our CPEs. So that is again then something on top of that why we selected you as a partner here.
Right. Because one of the concern, of course, of the end user is that the security is across all the mobility, all the devices you use, all the environment where you are. So definitely you need to have, let's say, a kind of unified approach in order to address all these concerns. Definitely for a service provider like Drei, who is both mobile and fixed, this is definitely an add-on. Right?
I mean, we like we said, we just started. I mean, we have a kind of an agile environment in Austria, so we have very short sprints and looking always at the minimum viable products to launch. So we, as you know, we're starting with the basic core product. And we'll as you know, anyway, we are already like looking now into next opportunities,
Right.
how we spread these things, and then what should we integrate next, and what products should we put on
Right.
top.
Right.
And that's even like not so easy because there are different approaches that you can take here. So well, that's need to just look at the launch now in the next couple of weeks. See how it's
When are
going.
you planning to launch?
We are planning to launch mid of June, like
Mid of
for a
June.
friendly user trial. Commercially, probably first week of July. It's not a plan. So
I knew it. Huh?
yeah. I still heard like yesterday that we were one of the fast ones to integrate it, which I couldn't believe almost, because for me it seems already like ages that we are working on this project.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. When you have started to be in the details, it seems like we are working since a lot. But
Yeah.
in reality, we started, I think it was a couple of months, 3 months, 4 months ago. So
Yeah.
definitely.
January,
And then
February,
today, it's not so long,
Yeah.
right? It's quite a quick launch, also to be integrated in a network.
Yeah. I mean, it's not. It's also. It's always like that. Also, I mean, if I could decide, and I've like being in charge of like the whole part, like also
course.
technically, of course, like you can prioritize and,
In reality,
and
you
set
have to
things.
coordinate.
But yes, exactly. There's a lot of coordination and also convincing the people working there. And there's not only the technical aspect. Actually, for us, it's the technical integration was pretty good, and the people were very supportive from the beginning, which is not like normally like all the time, because I mean actually you're implementing here servers where the whole traffic runs through, so that's also from a technical point of view, I guess. From the beginning, from the colleagues, when they say, okay, well, that's kind of strange, should we do this and stuff? But also from a legal point of view, there is also like deep inspection. It's not like a thing that you say, oh well, yeah, let's do it, and that's it. You can do it, and that's it. We give you approval. So there were a lot of discussions on that as well.
Yeah, I remember. But definitely, also because there is a regulation that is now we all need to comply with, especially in Europe. Saying this also because, as you know, we have hosts coming from outside of Europe, but there is a big attention these days, okay, this month, at least within Europe, around the privacy, and so definitely this is something that we have solved together, right? So today, definitely, the solution is absolutely in line with the regulation and the laws dictated to us by the European Union. So you mentioned that we started the journey, well, we said before that we know each other since 10 months, but we started the journey around 3 or 4 months away. So it's already a while that you work with Allot, but I understand that so far it's okay. So we are going in the right direction.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, the project, like for the very, like you said, I think I'm not remembering exactly when we signed the contract.
I think it was it was the end of January. Yes,
Yeah.
second half of January.
Yeah. So actually, if you like really look into the months now, so we're like
3 months and a half.
It's like 3 months and a half, and then when I look back, what is happening in this past 3 months, it's really was really tight and then really good progress. Well, I can just say like also from the support that we got from you, either it was project management, Ran or also Juan, who was there a lot and helping us also like kind of discussing things basically, because actually at the time we signed the contract, we didn't know in detail like what does customer engagement or web engagement mean. So it was also for us like kind of discussing things, seeing having references, judging what is probably working better in Austria, what are things we're probably not doing, and that was really helpful, and I think now we are like almost there. So curious to see.
So 3 months and a half, and now in 1 month and a half, or 1 month more or less, we have to launch.
Yes.
Right? So definitely 4 months and a half, and then we will see definitely. But I'm looking forward to it. I can say on my side as well, I think on behalf of everyone, was exactly the same feeling. So we worked very well with you and your team, and we found immediately a very good connection.
Yes.
So looking forward for the launch. That was a good part. is also something that you think that we should improve? There's always something there to improve or whatever, or something where we should tune better our resources or time or speech or whatever. More than happy to hear it, right? So we are partners now.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm allowed to say everything.
Of course you are.
No, it's just there may be just some minor things only. So I mean, we were discussing even also yesterday evening again about this GDPR issues, and even though you should believe that the whole European Union should be the same in theory, but in practice, reality looks different. So everybody is like interpreting that regulation differently, and it very much depends also on the people working in the authorities in your company, who are the legal people you're dealing with it, and it took, as you know, us a while, but would be good also like to really look close to the markets and involve the legal people straight from the beginning, talking with them and kind of convincing also, do some work for convincing the people there. So and of course it's always helpful having references, like if you have another country like Italy, Spain or stuff, and you say, okay, well, that's working there already exactly like that. That's the same same European law. Actually, it should be the same.
It's just also a matter of culture and the way. You interpret European regulation.
Of course.
Yeah. Especially in Italy, we like to interpret the law. Right? No, that's okay. Yeah. Okay, so I personally thank you very much. I'm looking forward for the launch, and hopefully to improve also on the tuning of the GDPR for each and every country. May I say that you are around, and in case someone also would like to add a question that I didn't think to it?
Of course, every time.
That would be brilliant, and thank you again for your availability.
Thank you for the invitation. Thanks.
Thank you.